morning everyone, my name is Hailey and today I'm going to be filming a makeup tutorial and starting a channel since everybody thinks that I should. And I'm basically going to try to keep this as unedited as possible because I can't edit, so we shall see what happens and what comes up. I don't have an inspiration look today because I never do and I never go in with a plan. And we're just gonna see what happens. I have all the brushes that I'm planning on using in a cute little Starbucks cup because I am a white girl. And yeah, so I am gonna get started with brows. I'm gonna be using this Morphe M165 brush. It's a little angled brush to do my brows. And I have half of them shaved off because I like to try to utilize more of my lid space. And yeah, I'm going to be going into the Lisa Frank and Morphe palette to do my brows. I use eyeshadow personally because I have dyed hair. It's kind of hard to tell because it is very faded. I'm getting it done soon, so that's good. And I am just going in to this shade right here, and it is called Roxy and Rolly. And just putting a bit of it on my brush and kind of starting right about there and just kind of making a line underneath. I usually start underneath and then go over, like underneath and then over, get the brow shape that I want. They're never even, they're never sisters, they're not twins, they're barely half cousins. And so you can kind of see it. It's a little hard to tell, but you know, we live. I'm trying to keep my face in frame. This is the first time I'm using this brush. I just got it today. And I don't know if I like it or not. Because I have a very small face, so it's very kind of big. So I'm actually going to switch out into this Morphe Jeffree Star brush. It's a little angled brush. I don't know if you can see that. And I'm just taking more of that same shade. And I'm just kind of doing my brows. Trying to stay in focus, but you can kind of see it a little bit. But now that you have the idea, I am just going to cut to me with my brows done. Brows are on. Like I said, they're not very good, but whatever. I went into, once again, the Lisa Frank palette and this dark purple. It's called Sky, and just did the tails of my brows so they appear darker, because otherwise if I did my full brow with just this color, my tails would look a lot lighter and you could notice it a lot more. So now I am going in with the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer in shade Pale. I believe it's the lightest shade for this line, at least it's the lightest one I've seen. And I am just putting it all over my eyeball. You know, not pasty enough. And I am going to be placing it obviously all over the lid and just under my brow bone and carving it out a little bit. You can use a brush obviously, but I honestly just go in with a little applicator lipstick thing, and I get right under and just kind of carve them out until I'm happy with how they kind of look. It's hard to see, but my tail does not stop right there. It stops down here a little bit more, but whatever. And I do this kind of messily because, like, you're blending it out anyway, so who the hell cares? And with the other side, I'm just going to continue to carve it out. Sorry that I'm not talking much. This is obviously surgery. Because something's gotta save these things, because they don't look good. Yeah, you can really tell the difference. And often after I finish putting on concealer, I make my brows a little bit more even. And as I'm doing it, I kind of do touch-ups and fix those areas, ow, as I go. I just stabbed myself. Went a little too far, but whatever. Now, this is one of the Lisa Frank sponges. As you can tell, I have gotten some of the Lisa Frank stuff. And I am just going to blend it out. Just a bit to help conceal the fact that I'm dying inside. Like every person. A millennial and Gen Z. I don't know if I'm a millennial or a Gen Z or what I am. Because I'm kinda in the cusp age where I kinda am both, but I'm kinda neither at the same time. I like to say I'm my own species. Okay. Now I'm just grabbing a fluffy brush that I obviously need to clean better because this is trash. My god. And I'm just gonna look through a couple of palettes and see what the hell I want to do. This is my conspiracy palette. And I know that they're canceled right now, and I got this, it's probably expired now. Yeah, it's expired now, because I've had it for over a year. Don't use expired makeup. I'm just an idiot, and don't really care that much about my face. And let's see what I want to do. I don't really feel like any of those colors. What about the Lisa Frank palette? Jeffree Star Morphe one. I'll be right back. I'm gonna find a palette I want to use. I'm back. I found my clearly very dirty James Charles palette. And it's gross on the inside too, don't worry. My branding, I guess. And I don't know what I want to do. What am I feeling like? What am I gonna wear? What am I gonna do? Who am I gonna see? Nobody, because it's 20. Oh, I was gonna say 2020. Thank God 2024. You know what? I think I know. So I am going to go into shit. This hot pink shade, Self-Made, in this palette. And I am just putting way too much on it. Dusting it off. Where the fuck did my little mirror go? There it is. Found it. And I am just gonna kind of pop that in the crease area. That's what I had. If you don't make faces when you're doing your eyeshadow, are you really doing your makeup? Like, really? Are you? I don't know. As you can tell, the sun is going into a different place now, so the lighting has changed. And I will be back once I finish blending out the pink and doing it to the other eye. Now that I look actually insane, I am gonna go into the Conspiracy palette. And I'm gonna go into shade Not a Fact. It's that one right there. And my brush is very much so stained. Grabbed a different one though. And I'm just putting way too much that I think on there. Because who needs real measurements? Sit down, thank you. Did I just tell a palette to sit down? in the crease and then build it in the crease. Mainly just concentrating it in that area, seeing what the hell happens. Can you open, please? And you know, living our best crackcore life. And blend, and circly, blend, 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 blend. And I probably won't look great on camera. Don't worry, I don't look great in person either. And I'm just gonna keep going until I'm happy with it. And I personally like doing both eyes at once, because then I don't really have to worry about, you know what I'm saying? Probably have no idea, nor do you care, but you know, we're on this planet for a good time, not a long time. And this is taking me like a lot longer than how long it actually takes me to do my makeup, because I'm like trying to make sure that I'm actually recording, and I don't want to be quiet because that's boring. And I'm just gonna darken it up, just like my emo little heart, because you know it's not a phase, Mom. Even though it's starting to kind of look like a phase just because of the way it's looking thus far. I would say trust the process, but the process is flawed. So, you know, we'll see what happens. We're just gonna pat it on and brush it on and then blend it out and then pray to Jesus that this turns out okay. That you don't look like an actual crackcore that's trying to sell their baby on the street. But, you know, if that's you, live your best life, damn it. I think this is looking pretty good. I mean, usually I would spend more time doing this, but like I said, my makeup usually doesn't take this long. And to be honest, I'm getting kind of bored. So, you know, that's exciting. Woof. Now, this brush is wet. I'm not going to use this brush. I'll use this brush. I'm going to use this tiny little one. It's another Jeffree Star one. And I am going to go into the black shade in the Conspiracy palette that's my rides here. And I usually start off by kind of making a V shape. Just like that. I'm like essentially stabbing myself in the damn eye. And slowly kind of just fluffing around with it. Until something happens. Or until I really care enough, you know? It's like having a child. You just kind of see what happens until you care enough. Man, people are gonna be pissed at it. There's gonna be some keyboard Karens going, "Your child is the best gift known to mankind," and whatever. Children are like Tamagotchis, but the stakes are really high because it doesn't tell you what it wants. It cries all the time. And there's no reset button, so if it dies, you're screwed, and that's it. I mean, I guess you could have another baby, but you know, who would do that to their cooch? Going back with this brush, I put the darker shade in the crease, the Not a Fact, I think it's called. I don't know. I'm just kind of blending it out, having a good old time, making everybody in a polyamorous relationship, you know, making everybody blend together. Jesus! This is a train wreck, and I really don't think this is how people expected this to go. But I know this is always how it goes, and I usually stab myself in the eye somewhere. I probably will once I put mascara on. And said, I know it's gonna look real crazy until it's done. So I'll be back with you once I finish adding black and, you know, blending it out. Alright, so I'm back. And I am going to take a small little concealer brush. More of my concealer. I usually just put it on the back of my hand because I find it's easier to work with that way. Like I said, no, it's crazy. Don't trust the process. Just don't. And what I do is I stamp a line until I kind of want it to stop. And then look up. And then that gives me kind of the thing I go off of. And then I drag slash pat slash whatever the hell I feel like that little line. Connect it and obviously fill in because I'm a lot of things, but you know, we live. And then do the same thing to the other side. And just cut. Yeah, that's roughly how far I went. And then out, and then the wish. And then I just kind of follow it. And I try to make them as even as possible, but you know, I'm a white girl, so you can't always even. Just connect. Oh, fuck. Okay, there we go. Kind of look in the mirror, see if there's a couple of things that I should fix. It's usually, you know, trying to make the situation even, which I'm not good at, but you know, I can get even relatively easily. And now I am going to go in the shade, what the hell is that called? Custom Rims. And the Jeffree Star Morphe palette. It's just this shimmery silver shade, and I am just going to pack it all on the lid. And this is starting to look like one of the looks that I do, I'd say, more often than a lot of the looks I do. It's kind of my go-to because it's simple, yet glam, yet fun, yet a real pain in the ass. And just patting. And patting. Come on. Pat. There we go. And just so you guys know, every makeup look I do, regardless of what it is, I always go out with, because, you know, I don't believe in the whole, like, everyday, everyday makeup, you know, day-to-day wear. It's too glam to go to the grocery store. Your face is naturally not like that when you stick neon pink on it, regardless of what you're doing. You're not blushing constantly. If you are, you might have a genetic condition or a medical condition, in which case that's fine. You live your best life, you rosy cheeked little one. We do not hate the blushers. Or you're a kid going through middle school and realizing that life isn't just about you. So now that I have that on, and I just blended more of the black so it's a little bit easier, I'm going in with a makeup wipe, cleaning the rest of the concealer off my hand, and I'm basically just going choosh and pop and do-do-do-do-do. And ta-da! Goes like that. And that's fix my brows real quick, and then we'll come back to the rest. Okay, so now for the rest of my makeup, because I do my eyeliner and lashes and mascara last. I'm gonna go in with this e.l.f. face primer in mineral and I don't know, this thing. And I'm just gonna pump it a little bit on my hand. It's very like silicone-y feeling and lightweight and like whatever. And I mean, I don't mind it. If you don't like it, then you don't like it. I mean, it works good for me. I find it's easier to deal with, and for me it lasts a long time, and it holds on to all your makeup, so you don't really have to worry, and it stays in place. I find that like when I use this primer, it actually helps hold on to my foundation better, and keeps it from going on my mask, because that's the world we live in now. And if you're anti-mask, I just like to say, you're the type of person I hate. You can't argue with me on that. You can try, I'm not gonna listen to you. You can have your own arguments, whatever. But if wearing a piece of fabric is that big of a deal for you, there's also face shields and other options, and if you're not willing to wear any of that, yeah, I don't care if you risk yourself, and if you don't have the decency, I'll tell you what I'm putting on in a second, and you don't have the decency to protect your own families, because yes, it just protects you from spreading the disease if you have it, or the illness or whatever. I know this looks really dark for my skin tone. It's not, but whatever. You can risk yourself, but if you're one of those people who's willing to risk other people's families, lives, loved ones, because you don't want to wear a piece of fabric, just know I hate you and you're the worst person. Watch, in 20 years from now, there's actually a problem with masks. This clip gets taken way out of context. So I'm going in with the Total Control drip foundation thing from NYX. I like NYX's face products. I find that I don't have an allergic reaction to them. I'm allergic to like everything, I swear to God. So that's why I use it. I don't know why, but my skin is just very picky when it comes to foundation and some primers. But you know, we live. It's also another beauty blender from the Lisa Frank Morphe thing. And I heard about the drama involved with the whole, for God's sakes, the whole launch and the other company and everything. And I like stand with the other company. This was just a Christmas present, and I'm gonna use it. So, you know. And yes, I strategically drip it so it goes in the middle of my eyebrows so I don't risk accidentally getting it on the eyebrow spot, so I don't have to redo them like for the 9th time. But you know, I don't know. How do you guys feel about this whole COVID thing and COVID situation? I'm curious. I mean, it sucks, but humanity isn't that advanced when it comes to a lot of things, and the fact that people are really complaining about wearing a mask or a surgical mask or whatever kind of makes me feel a certain way. Just because, you know, blending on the neck. Just because people who perform surgeries wear them, like surgeons and stuff, surgical nurses, anesthesiologists, you know what I'm talking about, have to wear them for X amount of time during the surgeries and sometimes before and after and all of that, but you can't be bothered to. I don't know. I just find it strange. Now I'm gonna go in with these Fenty Beauty sticks. This is my first time playing with them. They just came in to me today. I ordered them online. I am gonna go with this highlight shade Linen, and I'm just kind of putting it under my eyes. This is way too close to my skin color, I think. I'm just gonna get rid of these dark circles and then I'll put a bit of a highlight on too. I must say, I was kind of fiddling with these a little bit earlier, like not really doing my makeup, but just kind of like fiddling with them. And I actually quite like them. They feel kind of like a lipstick that you're rubbing all over your face, like very smooth and buttery. I quite enjoy it. And blending that out just a little bit. Screw it, let's go blend everything just a little bit more. So now, I'm gonna go in with, can you not? The NYX concealer that I was using earlier, and I'm just gonna put it on the highlight areas. Cupid's bow, my chin that I'm not gonna say anything about because my chin is very protruding, and just, you know, highlight areas. Now I'm going to go back in with the sponge and blend it out, and I will be back once it's blended. Alright, now I'm going to go in with another matchstick, and I'm going to go in with Amber, this one. Those are very fun to play with, by the way. And I am going to put it in all my contour spots. This one I haven't played with yet. Yeah, you can see it. And I'm just kind of putting it everywhere. I never used to really contour my nose, but I find the concealer and stuff, it just kind of makes me look a little flat, like I look like Voldemort. And so now I contour my nose a little bit. So, yeah. And now I am going to blend that out, you know, ever so daintily. I'm just gonna go back in with, actually, I'm gonna go in with this sponge and blend out all of my concerns and fears and hates of the world, and, you know, do what I do every day and just hope for the best. It's actually really pretty, very faint. I like that. Because sometimes, you know, when you put on your contour, it comes out a little muddy or maybe a little orange, depending. That one just kind of disappeared, so I don't really. But then again, I'm kind of rubbing it, so. And then this side. Blend the blend the blend. You can hear my dog in the background. It's just my baby dog. It's just my baby dog. And continue to blend. Now here comes the fun part, blending out the nose. Not that great at doing nose contour, but you know, I'll survive, hopefully. If I die because of my nose contour, like that's a bad person. Death by Nose Contour. God. That's a title and a half. Clickbait, I died by my nose contour. Yeah, see, I just think it kind of enhances it a bit. It's kind of hard to see on camera. And I don't want to apply too much. I swear it's not COVID. Because then you either look offensive, which, I mean, blackface is never okay in any circumstance, or you look a little gross, in my opinion, if you have too much contour. Like, you just look ratchet. I mean, if that's your life, you live it. Okay, we're good. Crisis averted. And now I am going to set my face with the Revlon translucent powder. I personally love this powder. I think it is awesome. And I don't really bake. I put it on all the baking spots and then I just kind of blend it in like immediately after. Because, you know, no patience, don't really care. I find it so disheartening that COVID is running the world the way it is, but I mean, the girl's gotta get her bag, the girl's gotta live her life. COVID's taking everybody's money and opportunities away. And also, I'm not American by like any standard. I'm Canadian. But like, America, are you good? Like, you seem like you're constantly dying. And I kinda am worried about you a little bit. That's the one thing I never want to be really confused for. And it's not that America isn't awesome. America is awesome. It has a lot of positives. Some would argue more than Canada. But I would not want to be confused with an American just because I love the fact that I am Canadian. Good. You good, bro? See what I mean? Put it on and then blend it out immediately after. Love that. Now I'm just gonna go on with this cheap brush that I got off of Shop Miss A, or Missy A, or whatever. I think it's Miss A. And I'm gonna go into the shade Back from my Jeffree Star X Morphe palette. Just put it on and blush up my face a little bit. I don't put on a lot. I just like adding more color to my face. And you know, that kind of helps. And then blushing my nose a little bit. There we go. I still love, you guys can hate me all you want, I still love the Jeffree Star cosmetics, like products and stuff like that. I think that the products are great, and I don't necessarily agree with Jeffree Star's views. I mean, Jeffree, if you want to send me stuff, I'm glad to be on your PR list. I don't agree with some of the things he's done in the past. I don't think anybody ever could. But I enjoy his cosmetics. I enjoy his makeup. You can cancel me for that. This is, once again, Lisa Frank brush, and then Smashbox step-by-step contouring palette. I think it's in one of the lighter shades. I don't know. It's a cute little palette. I like it. I'm going in with the middle one here, and I think that's supposed to be the bronzer. Yeah, and I'm just kind of going over my contour spots, making them a little bit darker. I like going over pretty much anything with powder, just to make sure it holds. If you don't make faces when you do makeup, are you really enjoying yourself? Obviously, don't take anything I say to heart, because I don't know you, I don't know your lifestyle, I don't know what you've been through. And it's okay if we have different views and beliefs and opinions. And if you don't like me and don't agree with me, that's your opinion, and you're entitled to have it. And I respect you for that. So now that my face is set, I am gonna go in with some eyeliner. I'm gonna go find it real quick, and I'll be right back. So I am just gonna use the e.l.f. eyeliner here in black. It's just a little liquid liner. And I'm gonna start by lining my lid. I'm shooting all of this on my phone, so... And you can probably tell. So yeah, I just line my lid, and then I go in a little bit. And I just kind of follow that, the side, I don't know, the eyeshadow. And then I go from the top and just connect it down. I know it's not really, like, helpful, but you know. There we go. And now I'm going to do the other eye, and I will be right back. Now I am just taking some lash glue on the end of one of my brushes and just gently painting it on my lash. I'm using Ardell lashes, I believe. Their brand Kiss, I think it is, in the style Corset. And I'm just gonna let it get tacky a little bit. I don't wait that long because once again I'm impatient, and you should definitely wait the recommended amount because, you know, whatever. And I put it on with my hands. I don't use any fancy tools. And yeah, you just stick them on. Sometimes I have to take them on or off, apply more liner, and then do it again. But yeah, I'm gonna put the other lash on. I'll be right back. Now, while those are staying on or adhesing to my face, I guess you could say, I am going to take a brush and what am I gonna do? Alright, I'm gonna take some of the shade Not a Fact and just kind of zhuzh up, fluff with my under eye area with my left hand. Let's see, right there. And I do it really messily. It's your lower lash line, whatever. like to go a little bit lower than the lash line. Just kind of blend it out towards the actual eyeshadow area. The reason being is because I find that way if you crease, you don't really notice, which I don't normally crease, but you know. There's a first for everything. I just put some of the shade, not a fact, it deleted the recording for some reason, underneath, and I go a little bit lower just so that if it creases, then it just kind of blends in, and then I take it up to kind of where the eyeshadow is, so that way it kind of blends in together. The shadow is sitting really weird right there, but I promise it doesn't look that crazy. And then yeah, I'm just gonna put some mascara on. I use a cheap mascara, so now that I've just done mascara, I am gonna go with this highlighter, Jeffree Star Wet Dreams. It's Supreme Frost. I actually really enjoy this highlighter. I think it's one of the better ones I've used, and just putting a lot on. Trusty old highlighting brush, and on the cheekbones. I could bathe in this highlighter. God, I would. Except I think that would cause, you know, some troubles down below, but you know. On the cuticle, on the chin, on the very little tippy toppy of my nose, and then bridge, 5 head. Take a smaller brush. I don't want to use this one. No, I really don't want to use this one. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm here. I have a different brush. Found a different brush. And I'm just going to highlight underneath the brow bone. Half the time I get it in my brow. I mean, it is what it is. And then, the heck is that? Got a hair on me. Inner corners. There we go. Actually gonna do a little bit more just up on my cupid's bow because it can never be too blinding. And for lipstick today, I am going to be using, if I can get it open. How do I? Okay. Oops. This Supreme lipstick. Just says Supreme, so I'm assuming the shade is Supreme too. I don't know. And just quickly do my lips. And there we go. this has been me doing my makeup in kind of a tutorial, kind of not. And this is kind of finished look. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you'd like to see more, please let me know. I'll do something more interesting, and I'll try to be more entertaining next time. Also, if there's anything that you want to talk about in maybe the next video or something, please let me know. It would be great if you could support me by liking, commenting, subscribing, hitting the bell if you would like to see more of this tragic car wreck. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!